everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound. Today we've got the sound system demo on the 2025 Acura MDX Type S with its 31 speaker Bang Olufsen luxury audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to hear even more on our evaluation of this system, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. As I was driving around today on this first drive event, I listened to a lot of my own tracks and gave you my thoughts as I was evaluating the system on my own. So if you want to see that and also support the channel, check the link below. And before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Facelifted for 2025, the Acura MDX, featuring a little bit different styling and a little bit different interior. We'll talk about those bits when we're in there. Very nice to drive, of course, sticking with the 10-speed automatic and either the 3-liter turbocharged V6 in this Type S model or the 3.5 NA motor in the basic ones. So if you do want to see more on the car, check the link below. Probably not going to have 19-speaker coverage for a little while. I'm going to try to get one of those back at home. But for now, we've got this. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files. However, today they're not on a USB stick plugged directly into the system because for some reason, the car wouldn't play them. I don't know if it's something to do with my adapters. I tried 2 different Type-C adapters, but I know this drive works. We tried it in a TLX Type S, and it worked fine. But the USB port, not bringing in my audio for this one, so we're using them through Android Auto. It should still be uncompressed and should be lossless, but just letting you all know that that's how we're doing it. However, I do still have my high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. For 2025, we have an updated center console area for the MDX, including the removal of the trackpad. So no more touchpad here to control this infotainment system. It's all touchscreen. They've moved it forward 3 inches, so it's easier to reach from the driver and passenger seats. And it's very, very responsive. I've been very happy using it, whether it's the wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, whether it's the Google Maps built in very nicely with the voice commands. Everything works well. So let's go to general settings and then sound. Look how quickly we're already to our sound adjustments. Now, instead of a conventional treble, mid-range, and bass, or even better, a 5 or 9 band equalizer, we're getting Bassonic tone and surround adjustments. So they're trying to democratize the audio adjustments a little bit, and instead of giving you treble, mid-range, and bass, they're describing you can make the sound more bright, more energetic, more warm, or more relaxed. So let's go through those. Here's energetic, warm, relaxed, and bright. I think there's certainly an argument there for that being an easier way for non-audio enthusiasts to understand how their music's being adjusted. However, I would still like to see a 5 or a 9 band equalizer for us audio enthusiasts who do know exactly the adjustments we want to make for our ears and for our listening experience. And then you've got surround level adjustment. Now, default is all the way on stereo, which is where it should be, because that's going to be the most true to your audio recording. But you can amp it up for more 3D surround, so let's try that. Not a particularly dramatic amount of change there, but we're going to keep it on stereo for most of our testing. Then below that, you have center and roof speaker volume. We've got, I believe, 12 roof speakers in this car, so let's turn them up and down. Very subtle there, and then here's our center speaker volume. When I'm listening to a lot of my music, I've found that I like to have the roof speakers down and the center speaker volume just 1 or 2 clicks up. I think that makes a nice change there. Coming back, then you have audio zones and balance and fader. So you can either manually move the sound around the cabin like so, or you can choose driver only, front only, or rear only. Coming back, you have speed volume compensation. So as you get driving faster, There's more road, wind, and engine noise. The music's going to lift up. And that's it for audio adjustments. For audio controls here in the 25 MDX, we have a nice volume knob. It's got decent clickage, but it's great placement for the driver, and the passenger can reach it pretty well as well. Then you've got a volume rocker on the left side of the wheel. For track selection, you have a nice physical control right here below the volume scroller or volume knob. You can use the touchscreen if you're on the proper menu, or you've got track selection on the left side of the wheel, right where it belongs next to volume. For audio inputs in the MDX, you have, if we make our way over here, they're all kind of individual tiles. So we got to see where we've got, where's our radio? Oh, there we go. So we've got AM, FM, Sirius XM, satellite radio, Bluetooth, support for wireless, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. I see Alexa. How do I just get to all apps? There we go, all apps. Anything else we're missing? I don't think there's any sort of streaming services built in. However, this is an Android automotive-based system, so theoretically, if you log in with your Google account and go to the Play Store, you might be able to install more apps like Amazon Music. Speaker locations. Now, this is a 31 speaker system, and I'm going to put the diagram up here in front of you so you can see where all of them are. But I'm going to see if I can do it off memory first, and then if I'm having trouble bringing up all of them, then I'll help myself with the screen as well. But bottom left, we've got door woofer 1, something that they call, what was that, like a dispersion speaker? I'm assuming kind of a mid-ranger here 2. Tweeter up front 3. Center speaker is a unity speaker featuring a tweeter and a mid-range, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Above us on the roof, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then coming into the second row, 13, 14, 15, because one of these is a unity speaker, so kind of a woofer and then tweeter mid-range. So is that 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, in the roof, 19, 20, 21, 22, roof, 23, 24, 25, 26, unity speakers, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then a subwoofer back there in the back right, making 31. Look at that, first try. Now, typically at this portion of the test, I test out the 5.1 surround sound capabilities. However, like I said, my USB stick isn't working, so I can't use the immersiveaudioalbum.com sound test from there. And for some reason, when I try playing it on my phone, about 20 seconds into the track, it craps out. So I don't have a way to verify that 5.1 capability is supported here. I will put it on the screen below because I'm going to reach out to Acura PR and see if there is official support, but unfortunately I can't test it at this moment. So with that, let's head out on the road. liking the power that's coming out of this system. I love that driving lower bass frequency coming from that subwoofer. However, you do notice, especially in this song, as all the instruments pick up, there's a sloppiness in the mid-ranges. There's a little too much coming through in the lower mid-range, and there's not enough delineation between the instruments in the upper and middle mid-ranges. The highs are nice and crispy. It does a good job there, but when you really want a separation of things like guitar and vocals and piano, a lot of that meat and potatoes sort of melody parts of your music, I could go for a little bit of either a higher quality speaker, maybe different placements, something to extract a little bit more, put the soundstage a little bit more in front of me, give me a little bit more individual instrumentation there. For this next track, we'll turn the bass all the way up. We'll see what sort of rumblies we get from back there.
Oh yeah, a lot of mirror shakage. I'm feeling it in my feet, in the floor, in my seat as well. That is a lot of bass out of a factory system. ELS sound system here, or sorry, the ELS. You can tell already where my brain's going. On the Bang & Olufsen 31 speaker system here in the 25 MDX. I'm going to back the song up quite a bit here because we got a lot to talk about. Acura had done so much work in building up this reputation with ELS, and they had even put a bespoke system, if you will, a custom system for the Type S in here. And I don't know what went on behind the scenes between Acura and ELS. I don't know what decisions were made to push them in this direction. But I'm at least happy to report it's not all bad. That being said, without directly going back and forth, getting out of a 2024 into a 2025, I feel there's a slight degradation in sound quality. And part of that could be subjectivity, it could be personal preference. This system is very bombastic. It's really hitting those basses hard. That's satisfying. It's doing a good job up at the upper end as well, the crispiness. I'm just not very satisfied with, like I said, the meat and potatoes, the mid-ranges, right where you really need to get all of your instruments and everything coming through. I don't love that tuning.
I also prefer a little bit more of a forward-facing sound stage. I want my music to come right out here in front of me. We did a lot of members-only sound testing throughout the day today, and my high vocal tracks, I want to be able to reach out and feel like I'm grabbing the words out of the singer's mouth right in front of me. That's not happening in the system. It's helped a little bit when you dial down the roof speakers and dial up the center speaker like I did there near the end, but you're still hearing the sound coming from the A-pillars, and that's not what I want in a super, super high-end system like this. So, I like it, I really do, but for me it's getting a top A+. A+ system, not quite cracking into that S tier. The S tier has to really wow me and really make me just want to dig my teeth into every song that I listen to. This one's very good. I've enjoyed it. I can really blast the music. It gets top ratings for the power, but when it really comes to the more complex music, it's missing just that little bit. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Acura MDX, check the link below. I am going to try to get some time with the 19 speaker one in the non-Type S model as well. I suspect it'll still be quite good because it's just missing some ceiling speakers and maybe a few speakers in the back. The front up here should still be very strong. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.